Hello, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, making it simple. I'm Dizzy Juggler, and this is our tutorial series to help you get the most out of Microsoft Flight Simulator and make your flight simming experience better. Our goal is to make sense of all of this and hopefully avoid this. Let's get right into this episode. A quick autopilot tutorial for those of you just starting out. We are in a Cessna 172 right now. And here's what we're going to do. We're at the beginning of the runway. Before you take off, this is what I'd like to see you do. Press the flight director button, which gets our autopilot information displayed up here in this black bar. Right now we are in roll and pitch mode. We don't want that. Press heading mode and altitude select mode. And now what we want to do is get this blue thing here, which is the heading bug. We want that pointed straight ahead in the direction that our airplane is pointing. So there are two ways you can do that. You can either use the heading knob here and use L2 and R2, or use the right stick. A quicker way is just press that knob in and it immediately aligns the heading bug straight ahead. Now, the next thing we're going to do is use this altitude select knob, and we're going to select the altitude we're going to climb to, and let's say 2,500 feet. And we're going to tell the autopilot to climb at 74 knots. That is the optimal climb rate or climb speed for the Cessna 172 in normal conditions. That. And we're just going to make sure we have 10 degrees of flaps. We're going to take parking brake off. We're ready to go. Full throttle. Rudder to hold the aircraft in the center of the runway. At 55 knots, we're going to pull the stick back for the yoke. We're in the air, we are flying, and we're going to turn on autopilot. Autopilot now flying the aircraft, bring up the flaps. And now autopilot is taking us on this heading that we set with the heading select at 281. It's gonna bring us to 2,500 feet at 74. Well, here at 74 knots. Once we reach our selected altitude, the aircraft will level off. Now, if we wanted to change course, we just go over to the heading knob, select that, and use again the right stick or L2 R2. And if you want to make a left turn to 240, just set the heading right here is where it's displayed that what heading you have selected. So if we want to select say a heading of 330, you'll see here these numbers here change based on this knob here. So we're going to go to 330 and we steer the airplane that direction. Boom. Simple. 330, and now the autopilot will turn us in that direction. This magenta line here indicates that we have a flight plan, a GPS path there. We are currently off that path because this center line is drifting away. If we want the autopilot to follow the GPS flight plan that's been programmed, we need to change this from heading to GPS, and to do that, you press the navigation mode or the nav mode. Now you can see in white GPS is armed, but because we're off the track here, we need to put us on a path in that direction. So this center line being in this direction means we have to turn the airplane and head towards that in order to capture the GPS track. So we're gonna rotate our heading bug over to here, and you don't have to hit it exactly straight on. At an angle roughly in the direction that you're gonna head is good enough. So So something like that, kind of like roughly 45-degree angle or so. And now that we've leveled out to 2,500 feet, our airspeed is pretty high. So we are going to, and our RPMs were just a blasting. So we're going to go back the throttle a bit. Cook that piston engine up front. And now you can see this center line is moving towards aligning with this arrow. And up here you saw, if you rewind it, GPS popped over here. So we've captured our GPS path. Now the autopilot is going to turn us to follow this arrow here. Now, a good habit to get into is whenever your airplane turns, you should realign your heading bug with the heading that you're currently on in case something goes awry and you need to go back to that heading. It's an easy way to remember what heading you were last on. The way to change altitude is using flight level change. This is the FLC button here. We're going to give that a press. Oh, can't give it a press. We have to select altitude first. Let's say we're going to climb to 4,000. Climbing to 4,000. Press FLC. You can see up here now FLC displayed and a speed 106 knots, which was the speed when we were traveling at when we pressed the button. So in order to climb, we need to go slower. So we need to reduce our speed or increase power. So you can try increasing power. We're going to blast that power, and you see now we are starting to climb. The other thing you can do is press this button to slow us down, and the slower we go, the steeper we climb. So we've set the autopilot to climb at 100 knots. We gave it basically full power, so we're just taking off like a rocket here at 700 feet per minute. We're approaching 4,000 feet, our selected altitude. We're going to want to start pulling our power back as the aircraft levels off. Keep bringing that power back. To descend using flight level change, we're going to select 1,000 feet. I'm going to press FLC. And once again, you see FLC displayed at 100 knots. That's the speed we were traveling when we pressed the button. Now we are going to do one of two things. You can just pull the power back, and the autopilot will pitch the nose down to bring that speed back up. After we've pulled the power back, the speed slowed down, autopilot will pitch the nose down to bring us back to that set speed of 100 knots. The other thing we could do is increase this. We could tell it to fly at 110 knots instead, and that will definitely increase our descent rate. We're about to level off at 3,000 feet, so we will have to return our power. Start increasing power, so fly nice and level. And that is a quick tutorial on how to use Autopilot and its basic functions. I will be doing a much more in-depth tutorial coming up soon, which will show you how to treat every airport as if it had ILS approach capabilities. It's a game changer, especially for career mode. Thanks for watching. Please, if you found this video helpful, press that like button and subscribe. See ya.